Okay, so I'll give you the recording after the session. Okay, not to worry. And okay, so before I start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mahinder. I have 16 plus years of IT experience, out of which 9 plus years into Power BI, and I've been working for a company. I don't want to reveal the name at this point of time, but um, I extensively trained many people, and I've been teaching this Power BI training last 3 years, and there are a lot of success stories. I will talk about them later, but for now, let's talk about the Power BI. Okay, so why we should learn what is Power BI and why we should learn, how we are going to learn the roadmap, the plan, everything that we are going to discuss in this demo. Okay, so that is the agenda for this today's session, and I'll give a brief introduction on how we can create a report and how we can publish that into Power BI service. Okay, so that's the entire this 1 hour session today. So now, what is Power BI and why we should learn as it in first place, and how many career opportunities that it's going to open up if I start learning Power BI today, right? So this is the must ask the question that I'm people, many people are asking this question. So why should I learn Power BI? Why Power BI? Why BI? Why reporting? Okay, so the answer is simple. When there is a business, there is a report. Okay, you cannot take a decision just by that, by with looking without any data. Okay, so a doctor cannot give you a medicine without checking the reports, without checking the formal testing. Okay, so there are many cases. Without plan you cannot move on, without like proper you know history, proper data in your hand, you cannot take any action. That's where the reporting is forever. When there's a business, there will be a reporting tool. Okay, that's what Microsoft also realized. So Power BI is from Microsoft tool. It's a SaaS application, plug and play, easy to use. Okay, so there are many features that I'm going to discuss. I'm not going to highlight at this point of time all the features, but I'm telling you the reporting is forever when there is a business. So that is the first thing to understand. And then what is this BI? Business intelligence, right? So we talked about report for business. Okay. So what is this BI? Business intelligence, right? So we all know about this business intelligence. So what is intelligence first? Okay, so intelligence is, people think that it's too much clever, people think that it's huge knowledge, smartness, that this, but that's not the one. Okay, so intelligence is nothing but like what happened, why happened, who did it, how did it. So it will talk about the past, and it will talk about the present, and it will talk about the future, like what is currently going to happen, what what is the reason beyond this. So it will just analyze based on the past and present and future, and the way we can control the situation is called intelligence. Okay, this is a simple definition. So understand the past, understand the present, and try to understand the future, and you can control the way you want it. Let's say, what was my past profits? What is my current profits? Why my graph is going down? How can I make it more profit by taking some actions so that we can grow the business, right? The intelligence, you might be hearing this intelligence like investigating a case. So what was happened, where he will go, how we can catch him, so what actions we can take, what kind of analysis we can make. So all those things can be done in an intelligence way. intelligent way, right? So the same thing, if you apply for business, it will be business intelligence. If it is apply for your career, it's a career intelligence. If you apply for your emotion, it's emotional intelligence. If you apply for your life, it's a life intelligence. Okay, wherever you apply, that intelligence it can be. How the what is the logic, what is the principle beyond the scenes? Past, present, and future, and the way you can control whatever it is. Is it emotion? Is it situation? Is it any? It could be anything. This intelligent word actually make me vibrant way back in 10 years. So that day I decided I should be part of any of the BI tools. Okay, I worked for MSBI extensively, Microsoft Business Intelligence. This is older version of Power BI. In other words, it's another reporting stack. It's another business stack, business intelligence stack from Microsoft. But these two are different. Power BI and my MSBI is different. We can say this is Microsoft Power BI. This is Microsoft Business Intelligence, MSBI. So both are different. Okay, we will talk about these two in a while. Okay, now we understand that reporting is going to be forever when there's a business. That's for sure. And one of the reporting tool is Power BI out of many. And then why should I learn only Power BI? Why not other tools like Tableau, ClickView, all those stuff? Right? Obviously. So when you are choosing for one, you should think like why only this? Why not others? Then it comes to a Gartner. Gartner is one of the movie critics. Like you might have seen, when there's a movie releases, people come and criticize. No, I did not expect this way. This is purely, there's no, camera skills. There is no this thing, that thing. They will criticize something like that. Okay, in different dimensions. Okay, similar way, Gartner is also a kind of a software critic in certain areas, in certain dimensions. They'll think, and they will create one quadrant. Okay, so for that let me show you Power BI Gartner Magic Quadrant 2023. So if you just think and go for this images, you will see Power BI is in the top. So Tableau is leading, going down, and then ClickView is almost down. So previously they were here and my Power BI was here, but now it is actually going up. Now Microsoft Power BI is in the leading position. See, you see this leader. These are the challenges, and if you just go a little deeper, you will come to know. So I think LinkedIn, here you will see visionaries. Okay, so I think it's just, I don't want to open up that, but yeah. So you see these four quadrants, right? Yeah, visionaries and uh, niche players. So they could come in future. Okay, so that's where you might not be seeing, I might not also able to see that clearly, but you can check for this Power BI Magic Quadrant 2014 and go to the image and just open up any of them. You will realize, okay, we cannot manipulate one or two pages, right? So you can see a lot of things, and go and check the Gartner page itself, so that you will realize. Not only that, you can also check Google Trends, Power BI Google Trends. Okay, Google Trends, and it automatically will give us that. Okay, so you can just go and check like where that Google Trends will give. Okay, okay, so there is Google Trends. Let's open Google Trends site first. There you can, so trends.google.com, and there you can go and search for the Power BI, Microsoft Power BI. And you see the trend is actually not by day, past day. Let's, you can give 2014 to 4 to till date. You see, it's just growing. Okay, so there is a trend that you can see. It is going up. It is a live data. Okay, we cannot manipulate beyond the scenes, and you can compare with Tableau or something. Okay, Tableau software, and you see Tableau is going down. Previously, it was somehow in this time era, it was leading basically. Okay, but then it's going down. Now you can also add one more click view, so which is in the, you see, click view is actually nowhere in the, you see, zero. So it is nowhere in the competition. So click view, let's say click view reported. But anyway, click view is not at all in the game. That's what it is clearly showing. So click view software, I should actually compare. But see, this is purely in the down. You can take maybe from last 5 years, or maybe take 12 months. See, click is going down, and you can see purely Tableau is not getting performed, right? So this is a clear indication that Power BI is leading in the leaderboard. Okay, if you think Gartner is manipulated, Microsoft, Google is completely a competitor for Microsoft. So they never give, uh, like biased information, right? So if they give, they will give a negative, but it is clearly showing that it's a positive trend, right? So based on this, we can realize that Power BI is, currently it is a trending software, okay, trending technology. Not only this, if you want to do any kind of similar research for any other technology, you can do that. Okay. So what we have checked Gartner and Google Trends. Okay. So Tableau bought by Salesforce. Okay. Tableau bought by Salesforce. So that is also similar reporting tool like Power BI, but Power BI has very good features like interactions and simple to develop, simple to use, easy to migrate. So a lot of other features we will discuss throughout this course. But so what we understand, what is Power BI? Power BI is a reporting tool. Okay, it's a latest tool. It's a cloud tool. Okay, cloud computing tool like SaaS tool. Okay, and the old tool was MSBI, and we also understand why we should learn Power BI because it's in the leaderboard as per the Gartner, critics, and Google Trends also showing that it is trending tool. Okay, so that's where we realized we should go for Power BI, right? We understand what is Power BI, we understand what is MSBI, like it's an old technology from Microsoft only. But again, we understand why we should learn Power BI, and there will be future roadmap. Okay, so roadmap of Power BI. So when you ask what is the future roadmap of Power BI, so if you learn Power BI, either you can go for AI, ML, IoT. Okay, so like AI is the future, artificial intelligence is the future. That's what we realized, and the market is actually distracting towards to AI and machine learning. Of course, AI, ML, deep learning, data science, all together they tie together, right? So IoT, Internet of Things, controlling many things from the internet, right? So all those things that can rely on Power BI. Okay, I will show you couple of IoT data sets, and then I will try to showcase like where the AI and ML can be used in the course. Okay, but not fully, because yet to experience, I did not get a chance to fully utilize AI, ML, IoT technologies so far. But I'll definitely show you that this is going to be the tool that is going to be depend on AI, ML, IoT, as well as the Fabric is recently November 17th they released into general availability. Okay, this is one-stop shop solution for all your data analytical needs. Okay, so it's a four-stroke engine, like Power BI is a single-stroke engine. Okay, so that's the four times benefit that Microsoft is expecting what Power BI is actually making revenue. So no other will be seen in the market. So that's kind of monopoly like Geo how it's created in India. So similar way using Fabric, Microsoft is expecting a lot of business to do on the Power BI side. Okay, that's what I've seen when Satya Nadella was talking in the keynotes in November 17th. If you go and check keynote November 17th from Microsoft, you will see maybe in around 30th minute or something, you could see Fabric. He's going to talk about Fabric data. Data is oil for the business. Okay, if you do not have proper oil, your machine will not move further. Similar way, if you don't have proper organizing the data, you cannot make the good decisions and get the good profits. So you can start Fabric also after Power BI. So what is Fabric basically talks about? Basically talks about ETL or ELT. Of course, we also talk about in Power BI, we talk about, let me compare actually. Okay, let me compare. Okay, so the tool, okay, Power BI, MSBI, and Fabric. Okay, so let's understand this. Okay, this is nice comparison that I would like to compare. I used to compare with Excel and all the stuff. Okay, but let's understand Fabric now. Okay, so ETL is a concept. Okay, these are the tools and then the features. So feature by comparison. Okay, ETL or ELT. What is ETL and ELT? Extract data, transform the data, and load the data. Extract the data, load the data, then transform the data. So only loading is just coming towards this. So just because of the cloud, when the cloud is introduced, the data storage was cheaper. Then they realized let's dump it everything and then transform whatever the way we want. So that's where this ELT concepts are coming into picture. So in this Power BI, we will talk the same concepts in Power Query. Okay, and the same concepts that you could see in SSIS. What is SSIS? SS means SQL Server. S means service. I for integration. SQL Server integration services. Okay, and in the Fabric that you could see in Data Factory. Or Databricks. Okay, so either you can create a data factory for the simple orchestration, or you can write a Databricks notebooks and to do the transformation. And the second concept is modeling. In Power BI, we have modeling concepts, modeling, okay, model view or modeling, okay, and in here we have SSAS, okay. SSAS has two flavors, okay. One is multidimensional, which was old technology, and the latest technology is tabular model, okay. That we are going to discuss in this course. I will talk about this tabular model. Okay, so then in the Fabric again, uh, Fabric again comes to Power BI modeling. So that's where the Fabric is mainly talk about many other things, but we are just only comparing this BI perspective. So that's where this Fabric or Data Factory and Databricks come into picture. Again, when it comes to here, Power BI modeling. Okay, Power BI modeling. Okay, and that too in the cloud. Okay, that we will discuss. And reporting, the next is reporting. Here Power BI report. Okay, report development, report view, you can say. Here we have SSRS, and here um, I can say this is visualization. Okay, not report view, visualization. Okay, here is SSRS, and here again same Power BI visualization. Okay, so Power BI visualization. See, that's where I'm talking about. Fabric is not a separate tool altogether. It is just a license within the Power BI. So now we will talk about the licenses. Okay, so licenses. So if you understand this Power BI broadly, there are two major components. Only two major components. One is Power BI desktop, and another one is Power BI service. Okay, Power BI desktop is a free tool, free developer tool. Okay, if you want, you can note down all the topics that I'm trying to explain here. But of course, it will be available in the recording. You can have a one more round of walk through in a speedway or something. But in the YouTube, you can just put 1.5 or something, so that you can cover very quickly. Okay, but Power BI service is license based. Here, the Microsoft will earn money from this technology. So that's where it's subscription based model license. Subscription based model. And here we need to pay as you go. Okay. So what are the licenses that we have? One is pro license. It is $10, which means almost 800 rupees per month. $10 per month per user. Per month per user. Okay, the cheapest technology. That's where when compared to Tableau, ClickView, this is the cheapest one. And then we have a premium. Okay, here it will start from $40. Okay, and it will go to up to $4,000. Okay, 4,000 to $25,000 also it will go. But again, here we have two plans: PPU, PPC. Okay, what is PPU? Premium per user. Okay, and here you will get all the feature based. This is actually a feature based license, but this is capacity based license. Here we have P1, okay, or P2 or P3 or P4. Here the data size is matter. Okay, so we will talk about these features and capacities in our further sessions, but for now you understand there is a pro license, which actually a basic license. Okay, you might be seeing in the kind of a Netflix kind of features, or maybe you might be seeing DTH. Of course it is going down because of other this kind of like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and all those stuff. But you could see within the premium also there are types of HD and something like that, sports, something like that. Why? Because you get more features when you pay more money, something like that. So it's a kind of a business upscaling, upselling. Okay, upselling. If you buy something, why can't you buy this? You will get the more benefit out of that. So that's where they'll try to sell you more to do the business. Okay, so but of course you will get the benefits. Okay, depend on your use case, we will choose that. Apart from this, we have embedded license. Okay, embedded license. Okay, this we will talk about later. It is basically Power BI reports are fitting into a web application. We are going to fit these reports into a web application. Okay, so that's where we will discuss that later. But for now, we can talk about this fabric, which is going to be the future of data analytics. So my recommendation: start your career with Power BI, and then you can See, meanwhile, within 1 or 2 years, the fabric, I think it will definitely grab the market, and then that's going to be the future. That's my expectation. And same, I'm when I just understand that keynote from Satya Nadella in November 17th, I realize it's going to be future. I never expected that Power BI is going to be, get success this much, because I worked when it was a baby. So when that is not doing any business, I got a chance to work with Microsoft, okay, directly, the product team. Okay, I that time it was lot of issues, and we never ever think that it is going to be success. And they never talk about anything about Power BI, that we are going to be make it futuristic tool, and it will going to be the future in the reporting, like sort of like this. But now Microsoft is clearly confidently saying that the fabric is going to be the future in that all data analytical needs. Okay, because of it's a one lake, it's a direct lake, you will come to know direct query limitations. So those limitations will be eradicated when it comes to fabric. Okay, so in our project, we are actually proposed to the client last week, and by this week, they are actually going to choose this fabric. Okay, maybe I might give you more clarity and more use case when I've been experiencing it. Okay, so that's where the fabric. So that's why you should learn Power BI for at this point of time. I know the market is um, the market is actually not good at this point of time, but still I know you come up with a hope. That's where I really appreciate your positivity. Okay, we should look always the opportunities. Okay, so when there is a challenge, definitely there could be a new route, new doors will open. Okay, so but the how you think, what is your mindset, that depends. Okay, so but there is a lot of disruption is actually happening in the market at this point of time. Closely observe, okay, and take a wise decision. Okay, so that decision could be a Power BI, because I purely analyzed and purely aligned towards to this. So that's my point of view. But if you believe, you can choose it, but my recommendation is do a market research like me. Okay, and how to do, just use YouTube, just use any other LinkedIn and Naukri. So these are the three source of analysis, data sources we can analyze and understand some news articles in some of the websites, like what's going to be the future in another 10 years, like how AI is going to be impacting the future of work. Okay, so previously, till before AI chat GPT, we thought Python is going to be the future. Of course, within Power BI we can use Python in the data processing and visualization side. In both we can use it, but still now it is not that trendy. So for every hero, there will be some time period, there will be heroic. Okay, everybody will crazy about it, but after some time the new one will come into picture. Similar way, you only thing is we should set the mind is that nothing will permanent, everything will change. So we need to ready to accept the change. That's what I'm trying to say here. We should not oppose, no, no, no. So he will be forever, he's my hero, so you cannot say that. Okay, so if you say that, that's your perception but not the reality, right? So my recommendation is, as per my understanding, as per my analysis. Okay, so Python is not that going to be crazy, because if you ask in Chat GPT, it will write the tons of code, whatever the logic, it will debug, it will analyze, it will can give anything that you want. So that's where Python is not that crazy at this point of time. But the AI is going to be the future. How AI tools works, that is going to be the big market. That's what the analysts are talking about that. So Fabric is one of the AI tool. Power BI is one of the AI tool. Okay, so it's a cloud tool. On top of that, the AI, I will show you where the AI in Power BI. Okay, so you can research, you can search in YouTube and Google and see whether Power BI is an AI tool, whether Fabric is an AI tool, whether it's going to be the future. So somebody might be criticized. Okay, some competitors who are opposing to Microsoft, they might criticize and just understand their words why it is not that craze. Okay, and then make a decision. Do not depend on one side, or if you make it and if you don't have that time, then you can align with me and you can start learning this. Okay, learning a technology, not it's not at all a waste of your time or waste of your money. Okay, definitely, I'm assured that. Okay, so here I will teach you on Power BI side like real-time scenarios, basically. Okay, that's one of my key benefit that you are going to get, and I will give you a premium license. Okay, premium license to check all the Power BI features. It's more than real time. Why I'm saying it's more than real time? Because in real time you will not get all the features to access. So you will be entitled with one of the roles, either contributor or the member. But here we will give you admin also. Okay, admin can do all the things, all the features that you can check in Power BI side, and confidently crack the interview with these real-time scenarios and performance improvement techniques, and then the Power BI service features. So this is my key advantage that you are going to get out of. There are many YouTube channels that they can teach better than me, but you might not get the real time scenarios, you might not get the premium license um, for free, and you might not get the real time guidance. Okay, so that's where you should choose me. Okay, this is a clear understanding that I'm putting in front of you. Okay, so then you decided. Okay, you understand Power BI, it's a reporting, and there is a Microsoft Power BI, and that's what SSIS, SSRS will be there, and the latest technology, the vertipack engine built upon a Power BI. So we have Power Query modeling and visualization. So that's what the reporting all about, and then we realized how market and what would be the roadmap and the licensing cost and everything, and then how we are going to learn this. Okay, how I'm going to teach this. So daily 1 hour, morning 7 to 8. Okay, 7 to 8 a.m. IST. Someone might be joined from other countries, so I'm telling it's the Indian Standard Time. And then another 30 minutes, if you have any doubts, you can share your screen via any desk. Okay, you can share via any desk, and I can see your problem and we can talk about it. Even after going to the recording, if you unable to resolve the problem, I will be there, and I can I can work with you. Maybe we can fix it in 5 to 10 minutes for any of them, like installation of softwares, or maybe any of the logics that I've given as an assignment. So I will give you a lot of assignments. Okay, this time I would like to take an extra focus. I thought of giving daily online quiz, something like that, but that's not actually moving ahead because of other obligations at this point of time. But definitely I will give you assignments, the best assignments which actually suits for your practice. Okay, and you can do that along with my daily sessions. And if you have any doubts, the best way to discuss with me after the class, 8:30 to 8 to 8:30. Okay, to see your screen and have a one-on-one clear session. But let's say some yes or no things, for that you can chat with me in the Skype. So the reason I choose Skype is it's a free tool, and you will get a call when you forget, because you might be having other responsibilities, and you committed to learn Power BI, but still some reasons are actually grabbing you. So to avoid that kind of distractions, we actually I chosen this Skype. I know some limitations are there. You might not be seeing full screen or something, but the call feature and then the chat features. These are the two things that I opt for this Skype. Okay, this will be in the Skype. Okay, so these are the this is how we are going to learn Power BI. What I will give you are recordings for free and assignments and PPU license. Okay, so these are all the things that you are going to get free, and that's how we are going to learn this entire course. Of course, you will get a real-time scenarios, real-time scenarios, and the performance improvement techniques. Okay, that's what I'm currently doing, in my project. Okay, so if you get the experience, you mostly work towards the performance improvement techniques. Of course, guiding the team members on the visualization side and modeling side, and then working on standardizations. Okay, I will focus in this month on this performance improvement techniques. Okay, so now you understand the roadmap. Okay, what is Power BI and why we should learn Power BI and how we are going to learn Power BI, right? So if you have any other questions, shoot me in one-on-one. I can discuss. And then for now, let's understand the basics of Power BI with Power BI desktop and Power BI service, how they work together. Okay, let's understand Power BI desktop. Okay, as I said, it's a free tool. Okay, and it's a developer tool. It's a dev tool and a free tool. Okay, so then how to download this? You can go to Google and search for Power BI developer, sorry, Power BI desktop download. Okay, you will get this powerbi.microsoft.com or this one, second or first, anything is fine, but microsoft.com should be there. Okay, if you go this first one, let's see what will be there. So you will get this kind of screen, but you can go to this products and see Power BI desktop. And now download free is there, but I do not recommend you to use this because you might not have some licensing OS or something, so it will go to a store and open up. But I recommend to go for this, and here you can click on download. So before you download, you can see like what kind of things that you can do using this and the system requirements. So it required Windows 10 and above. Okay, and you should have an edge. Okay, these are the minimum requirement that they are expecting. But how do you know, how do you check your system? Okay, you can go to this your this PC and right click and go to properties, and here you see like the processor I recommend is at least i3 processor. I'm using i7, and this is the ninth generation. Okay, you should know at least how to understand laptop first. Okay, so this is my processor. Okay, this is my laptop name I used, and this is my processor. Okay, i7 processor, Intel i7, and this is a ninth generation, and the CPU speed is 2.6 gigahertz to 2.59 gigahertz. Okay, that's the vibration that it make to make speed. Okay, and installed RAM is 16 GB RAM. For you it requires at least 8 GB is enough. Okay, 16 GB because I want to show in the class little bit faster. And my processor type is 64-bit operating system. Okay, I recommend 64-bit for Power BI. And I have Windows 11 Pro licensed version. For you, if it is Windows 10, Windows 10 Pro, that's okay. Okay, but if it is Windows 11 Pro or Windows 10 Pro, that would be great actually. Okay, so this is how you can understand this laptop. Okay, so you can choose in between that so that you can get good speed and good working skills. Otherwise you will frustrated with the slowness of the laptop, and then you may lose the interest. So that's the only thing. Okay, so now let's download this. Let's click on this, and now you see this is where I'm choosing the 64-bit because I know my system type is 64-bit. How do I know? Because I just show you in the property that mine is 64-bit type operating system. And if you are not sure, like even you forgot this, you can directly choose this, uncheck this, and you can choose this. You can download it. In this software itself, it will validate. It will go and check the system type, and based on that, it will install that software. Okay, but if you are sure that it's a 32-bit, then you can choose this. It's actually meant for 32-bit. Okay, so let's choose this 64-bit and then download it. Now you see it's downloading here. It will not take much because it's just 462 MB. It's less than a movie. Okay. Once we download this, we need to install it. Okay. So actually, I have installed already. Let me uninstall this meanwhile. Okay. Go to control panel and uninstall software. Let me uninstall this Power BI desktop. Oh, okay, I opened it. Let me. Hmm. Okay, so retry, remove. So now I've installed so that I can give you a clear, clean experience like how it's going to be installed. Okay. Otherwise, okay. So now you see the Power BI is completely uninstalled from my machine, and now I think it's downloaded. I can double click on this so that it will open up software. Let me go to this download folder. Oh, okay, now it's coming. Sometimes it is little slow. Should not, you know, worried and double click. So many times it will open up. So you should have little patience. Okay, now it's getting installed, and you see click next, and you should accept the terms and conditions here, and click next. Click next. I don't want any desktop, so shortcut. So I just I will take another 15 minutes to create one report, okay, end to end, and then we will publish into Power BI service. Okay, and I'll show you what kind of features that you could see in the Power BI service side. Okay, so that you can understand the Power BI desktop and you can understand Power BI service and you can understand the impact in the business with that. But we can throughout this course we can discuss wide varieties of scenarios, okay, and wide varieties of challenges. Okay, that's the main agenda of this 1 hour. Okay, so meanwhile, I will show you one of the data where they think that it's a report, but how our modern report looks like. So you might be hearing, okay, let's that finish. Okay, it's finished. So let that launch. Okay, as I said, it's a free tool. Okay, so you no need to sign in or anything at this point of time. Okay, you can close after installation. It's not required anymore. Now you see this modern view, something like this, and we can click on this blank new report. Okay, now you will see there should pop up come. I don't know why it's not coming yet, but this is how it looks like. Okay, so you it's asking to sign in. Okay, because I signed in, it's asking something like that, but uh, I signed out. Okay, so signing in is not required at this point of time. I'll tell you when to sign in. Okay, there is a specific time when you can sign in, but otherwise you can avail all the features of Power BI desktop. Okay, there's not license is not mandatory to check Power BI desktop. So this is where you will get any of the other institutes. Okay, if you go any other institutes, you will only they will only explain about the Power BI desktop, not Power BI service. If they explain very little, they will explain. Okay, but we will discuss in depth and in detail because I got a chance to work. Okay, I got a chance to learn because I need to explain, because I realize the market is looking 360 degrees of skills in Power BI. Okay, now this is a Power BI desktop. You could see home page, insert page. We will discuss about that later, but for now I'm going to get data. So these many ways you can get the data. Okay, you can see files, databases, fabric, Power Platform, Azure, you see, online services, you see, there are many other sources. Okay, 19 and plus sources they are talking. When you say plus, it could be 100, 120, 140, so it could be anything, but they are saying 19 and plus source connections we have. You can have any kind of business, we can create a reports and we can make your business better. That's the promise of Microsoft. So here you see, you can search for here if you have any other source. I'm going to talk about web. Okay, so the International Monetary Fund, okay, is one of the international organization. They have their website, and in that website they publish one of the reports, and we will see that report, and we can also compare with our Power BI report, and then you will realize, okay, IMF data set 2023. Okay, so you can just search for this and you could see the first imf.watch. Okay, and you could see by country, you can click something like that, and then here you can select all countries. And if you don't want to remove any of the country, you can remove it, but that's okay. Let's continue. Here, take any of the data set. I'm going to take the first one to make sure nothing to be confused, and you can restrict the data. Let's say I want to go from 2022 to, let's say, 2025, because I just want to analyze less data. Okay, if your system is capable, you can download, but I don't want to take longer time, so that's where I choose an future data as well as past data and prepare the report. This is the, what is this? This is IMF report. You see, a plain report. That's what IMF is thinks. This is the best report that they can give. But the same data from the same website that I'm going to get into Power BI, okay, and make sure cut it and everything will be properly selected and cut it, and you can paste it here. Okay, now you will see the modern reporting capabilities here. So anonymous, so this is an open source. Anonymous means unknowingly, you should not reveal what you are to that website, and they even don't care, anybody can connect. So that's how it's open source. Okay, but sometimes we can only go with some credentials like swiping cards. Here, no swiping card required. Everybody can go. It's like a shopping mall. Everybody can go and do the window shopping, something like that. Okay, anonymous means unknowingly you can go and you can get the things. But here it's not like that. There is a security involved. So what kind of swiping card we will use? We will talk about this later. More about this accesses authentications. Okay. So, but for now, let's connect to this website. So what is actually happening beyond the scenes? Okay, it's a kind of web scrapping. Scrap, iron scrap. You might have heard, right? When you give your golden iron, they do scrap it and then give based on the weight, right? So some 30 rupees or 35 rupees, something like that. Here, the similar way, web scrapping is actually happening when you use this web connection, web as a source. So you see, and they scrapped it and they removed this plastic and everything, unused material. Okay, you see, this is unused material. If you really want to use it, you can use it for other purpose, but this is purely a text. I don't think it is required for a reporting point of view. So that's where we will remove that waste. And here you see there are two tables. This is the real scrap. This is the real iron. Okay, real data. And you can realize like which one to choose. But you see, I cannot load at this point of time. Okay, these two buttons are disabled. The reason is you need to check this box or this box or any of them. At least one box should be checked. Okay, here we have basically 10 columns. Here we have basically 9 columns. So that's where I'm choosing a 10 columns wala table, and both are actually same when you just observe this. Okay, so that's the reason I'm saying if you want you can choose both of them and later you can compare whether both are same or not. Okay, and then I realized that it is not clean data. You see, this is the header, and you see some of the challenges that you could see here. So that's where we require to clean the data using transform data option. So you can click on that, and then you see the boom, the power query is opened up. Okay, now you see this is a power query, this is a Power BI desktop. We just discussed Power Query is a ETL tool here in the comparison. Power Query, right? So this is the Power Query. This is a Power Query reader. Okay, that is the tool inside the Power BI desktop. Okay, this is one of the tool which is the slavery inside the Power BI desktop at this point of time. Okay, the tool will open up within the tool when you click on transform button. Okay, so what is Power Query? Power Query is an ETL tool or ELT tool, okay, which is within the Power BI desktop. How to open? When you click on transform data, it will open up. What we can do using the Power Query, you can transform the data, you can add a column, you can add a table. Okay, so many things we will do. We will explore all of them one by one in different scenarios. Okay, but for now I'm going to clean this data. Okay, this is my first row as a header, so I'm going to use first row as a header. Okay, and this is my country, this is a country column. This is a subject description. I really don't want in my reporting point of view. I can remove it, right click. See how simply you can select all these columns by control click and you can remove them. Now you see the country and then the year and then the estimator after. I really don't want this estimations at this point of time. Now you see we have a country, we have a 4 years of data. But how I want, you see this is 198 countries, so 198 countries data that you could see here. Okay, but now I want something different. Okay, so country, year, and then the GDP. So these 3 columns I want. But how the data is looks like right now, country and year wise data. But I want country, year, and then the data. Only 3 columns I want. But here we have 5 columns. How can I convert? So here I am going to show you one technique, one transformation technique here. Just choose these 4 columns, go to transform data and use unpivot columns. Okay, how these 3 things will work we will discuss in depth in the later sessions, but for now this unpivot will give attribute and value. So attribute is nothing but here the year, and the value should be the GDP value. Okay, and Now you should understand this data types. Okay, data type is one of the most important concept and easiest concept that you can easily understand. And 90% of problems that you could see in Power Query with the data type, and which is easy, and that's where you can learn easily. Now you see this Python script or script. Okay, that's where you can see a Python in Power BI also. If you do not know all these options, and if you know Python very well, you can just simply hit this and you can paste your Python script, and then you do the transformation. Okay, which is not possible in Power BI, still you can go for it. And R is also kind of a statistical analytical tool. Okay, so statistics is one of the easy to learn subject. If you are doing a graduation, if possible, you take the MSTCS, maths and stats and computer science, so that you will see a good future for that, when it comes to AI ML, you know um, and I recommend, rather doing B Tech, go for BSc with MSTCS. You will save 1 year, and lightweight subject, and easily you can get interest and do complete quickly and get into market. Okay, so no, even now BTech is also not trendy, so that's what we can realize. Now this is a number, but actually it's a date. So it's not a complete date, so I cannot go with the date or date time, so I can only go with whole number, because it's not fully qualified date. Now this you can see the decimal value. But if I do decimals, this NA is not a decimal value, it's a text value. I cannot convert this. So decimal, if I do it, what it will do, it will error out. You see, I cannot convert this. If you click on this error, it will tell that NA cannot be converted into a number. How can you do, how dare you to do that? That's what the error means. Okay, so now you can come back and you can remove this change data type, and now you can see this. So this is the power of applied step. We will talk about this later, the how many applied steps that we could see. Source is this, and extract the table, and you see the change data types. You can promote headers, change data type again, remove some columns, and all the stuff that we could see one by one. Okay, now what we can do is we can remove this NA. How to remove NA? You can simply go here and unselect, select everything and unselect this blank, and you can also see somewhere NA. You could see, and you can remove this and click this. Now you can convert this into a decimal. Now it perfectly. Now you see the blue color. So blue color means it's a clean data. It's a data. We will talk about the quality, data quality. Okay, data quality, and profiles and distributions, everything that you could see later. But for now, I'm not going to talk about that at this point of time. We will discuss in the upcoming reporting techniques. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to load this data, close and apply. Now the Power BI desktop come into picture. Now you see data is loading into Power BI desktop. Okay, now you can see we can create the visualizations like year wise GDP. Simply drag and drop, it automatically creates a table. You can convert this one. Okay, you can convert this one, whatever you want. Okay, so year wise data, and you can also take, let's say, country wise GDP. Now you see map is coming. Now GDP value is going to be a bubble size. Let's say you can put that in the bubble size. Okay, now you see this looks like a big bubble. What is that? Iran is doing good GDP. Okay, so then next this one, what is this? Indonesia is also good in GDP. Then Vietnam is also good in GDP. So based on the bubble size that we are actually scrolling. Okay, now you see here, what is this other one? Okay, this is also Iran. Okay, but now I want to check some countries. Now you put this country again, but convert that into a slicer. Now you can slice. Let's say, what is Aruba? Aruba. Where is that Aruba? Aruba in the Venezuela, nearby Venezuela. Okay, you can see that here. Okay. and you can also go to Austria, where that Austria is here in the Italy. Okay, so you can visually you can understand this, as well as you can understand the data. Not only that, now you can use one more visual, like let's say column chart, and in that column chart we want country wise GDP. Okay, now I want to have top 10 or top 5 countries. You see, these are the top: Iran, Indonesia, Vietnam, Korea. These are the top 5 countries. I just want to see only top 5 countries, not like, I don't want everything. So let's just have filter it for top and filter. We will talk about this later, but top 5 only I want. And when I say top, by what? Top by GDP, and then apply. Now you see only top 5 countries. Now, if you see Vietnam, you can highlight this Vietnam here. If you see Korea, you can see Korea here. Where is that Korea highlighted? Somewhere it should be highlighted. I don't know on the map. Okay, Colombia is here. Okay, in the South Africa. Okay, so like that, but I don't know why Korea is not coming into picture. But you see, Vietnam is coming, Indonesia is coming. There could be some problem in the data set, I guess. But okay, so that's how you can highlight the interaction. You see, the numbers are changing. You see, Indonesia is almost in a quarter of the world GDP. If you take Iran, it's half of the GDP, entire world. Okay, when Colombia, you can see it's almost very few impact the GDP. GDP is the growth rate, development growth rate of the country. I think so. But anyway, so this is how we need to understand the business. So the visuals, now compare this report versus this report. See, do I have anything sort of, you know, down, if you download even Excel also, you cannot just get this kind of dynamic features, like let's say in this 2023, what is this Iran GDP, something like that. And what would be in the 2023, what would be in the 2024, what would be in 2025, and why this is not sorted properly. Of course, we need to sort, let's say, by year, and let's say you can sort by, now you see 2025, 21. If you want like descending order, you can just do descending order, ascending order, 2022, 2023, something like that. Of course, you will understand these techniques later, but now imagine you prepared this report and you can publish this report. So for the publish, you need to save this first. I'm going to save this into a new batch, new folder. So where I'm going to save is, so I'm going to go into, let's say, November. No, that was the device. So I'm going to go into Power BI folder. Within Power BI, let's use December 2023. Here I'm going to give a GDP report. Okay, you can save that as a GDP. Okay, we will talk about these pages and everything later. I'm going to publish this into Power BI service. For that, actually we need a license. So here then you can actually use this Mahinder dot October 2023 at the rate Vegam 8 is my company. Vegam 8 is my company, and on Microsoft.com. Okay, so that's where, see, license will be given to the companies. So that's where I'm getting the license here. So I will give you this kind of email to you with the email user and password, okay, for free. Okay, now it will ask password. Okay, now this is going to be published. Let me publish to my workspace. We will talk about that workspaces later. Okay, it looks like there is a report, so I'm going to replace that. Now it's done. So I can click on that link, but I just want to open this up here. And you can go to this app.powerbi.com. This is app.powerbi.com is a common URL for any company that matters. Okay, so here, but I'm going to choose this one, and let me enter this password again. Okay, and then sign in. This is a licensed one. Okay, so now you can go to this my workspace and you see our report which we actually developed. So how do I know? The GDP report I just published. Okay, 5th to 12 December 5th, 8:04 a.m. Okay, just 1 minute before. Why this map is disabled? So if you just click on this, you see ask your tenant admin to enable this field map visual, the admin portal. Okay, there is an admin who can control what to do, what not to do. Okay, so that's where we wantedly uh, uh, disable this, so that you can realize, okay, there will be an tenant admin and we need to work with him, something like that. And then you see when you click on that, you can simply check all of them, right? So this is how the report works, and then you will share the report. Okay, here you can click on the share and you can copy the link and copy, and you will share to the team, something like that. Okay, so you will understand, Nilagiri. So you will understand what is Fabric. We will discuss that. Okay, so Fabric is a four-stroke engine. Okay, as I said, you will have a data storage like a data lake. Okay, so let's come to the Fabric. Okay, it's a one lake. Okay, so which means one stop shop for all your structured, unstructured, semi-structured data. Okay, you can put everything there, and on top of that you can create the filtering layers. Okay, and you can create data warehouses. Okay, and you can do a lot of reporting. So here one lake will actually underlying concept will be um, um, you know warehouse basically. Okay, kind of not even warehouse, like blob storage. Okay, blob storage will be talking about this one lake, and then direct lake, and you will have that's a different technology altogether. Okay, and you will have ADF. Okay, Azure Data Factory, to do the ETL or ELT concepts. Okay, and then you will have ADB, Azure Database. Okay, and you will have a Power BI. Okay, so how many technologies? You can see one, two, three, four. So that's the reason I'm talking this like as a four-stroke engine. But you can do more than this. Okay, you can do a real-time analytics. We will talk about real-time dashboard. Okay, in Power BI service. Okay, that I will show you clearly when we are actually discussing on the dashboard side. Okay, how IoT dashboard can be implemented inside Power BI desktop, Power BI service, not desktop. Okay, and why actually require Fabric also will be discussed in one of the use case. Okay, why we are actually decided to go Fabric. Okay, that I will discuss maybe in the later sessions, because we are already exceeding 10 minutes. So I'm stopping here, and definitely you will get a good confidence on Fabric, because I've been keep on when it was in a preview mode, I used to explore a lot. So I'm the right person to explain what exactly the Fabric is, because I'm closely observing the leadership talks, and then the I've been using in the preview. So I've been actually a MSBI background, so I worked on ADF, ADB, and all those stuff. I'll definitely explain. But why I'm not including in this course also, we'll tell you later. Okay. So that's all for now. If you have any questions, you can call me right away on the phone or maybe in the Skype. Anything that matters, you can talk and about your career gaps, your career decisions, your doubts, whatever it matters. Please open up and talk to me. Before you make a decision, and once you make the decision, you should not have any doubts. So that's how you should be very clear. We'll try to be clear. Okay, so of course it's not that you should not get a later point of time, you should not get in doubt, but of course you can get it, but think about that. Okay, if you have any doubts, let me know. You can chat with me in the WhatsApp, you can chat with me in the Skype. So I prefer you can chat in the Skype so that I can respond whenever I back. Okay, if it is urgent, then come to WhatsApp. If it is urgent, you can call me. But again, think about like the importance and urgency. Okay, that's all for now, and see you tomorrow. I will share you the recording. Okay.